Have you ever wanted to drive a real race car on a famous NASCAR track? The staff at Stock Car Racing Experience will suit you up, teach you what you need to know, and put you behind the wheel of a 160-mile-per-hour stock car on NASCAR's famous Pocono Raceway.
That was great. I enjoyed it.
Unbelievable.
It's that unique, one-of-a-kind experience you'll never forget.
It was definitely worth it.
It's the second time I did it, and I'm still shaking.
Call or register online at 877stockcar.com for a heart-pounding, once-in-a-lifetime experience. You won't forget it.
Is it streaming or did you pause? No. And my mic is still coming through on the screen. And the only thing I hear is you. Yeah, I hear you. No.
Have you ever wanted to drive a real race car on a famous NASCAR track? The staff at Stock Car Racing Experience will suit you up, teach you what you need to know, and put you behind the wheel of a 160-mile-per-hour stock car on NASCAR's famous Pocono Raceway.
That was great. I enjoyed it.
Unbelievable.
It's that unique, one-of-a-kind experience you'll never forget.
It was definitely worth it. The second time I did it, and I'm still shaking.
Call or register online at 877stockcar.com for a heart-pounding, once-in-a-lifetime experience. You won't forget it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here tonight, Las Vegas, Nevada, here for the Racing Freaks. Tonight here, I'm going to tell you, well, actually, if you give me 1 second, I'm going to have to switch something there because it definitely don't say Racing Freaks, does it? To drive a real race car on a famous NASCAR track? The staff at Stock Car Racing Experience will suit you up, teach you what you need to know, and put you behind the wheel of a 160-mile-per-hour stock car on NASCAR's famous Pocono Raceway.
That was great. I enjoyed it.
Unbelievable.
It's that unique, one-of-a-kind experience you'll never forget.
It was definitely worth it. The second time I did it, and I'm still shaking.
Call or register online at 877stockcar.com for a heart-pounding, once-in-a-lifetime experience. You won't forget it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Sorry for all that. And we're back here tonight, Las Vegas, for the RacinFreeks Sim Racing League, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience. You saw the ad right there. I'm Joe White up here in the booth, accompanied by John T. Wimbus. John, what's going on? We finally got everything going. You're right. You got to love technology, man. I tell you, I got a whole new computer set up, and I've been working diligently all day long to try to get this thing, man, running. So, what's going on, man?
Man, I'm just excited to be here and watch these guys race again. They always put on a good show. And yeah, I know you've been working on with your equipment all day long, all afternoon. It's a big endeavor rebuilding the computer. So definitely understand having to deal with that and get some of the kinks worked out there. But got it all squared away and we're ready for tonight's action.
Absolutely, man. And I tell you, it's going to be an awesome show here tonight that we're going to put on here. And these guys are actually going to put on here because Las Vegas is going to look, I mean, it's just, I don't know. They said that they had a heck of a race that came down to a fuel mileage race. So getting set, man, for qualifying here soon.
And I love this track. Las Vegas is one of my favorite tracks to drive on and watch a race on. So uh, see what happens here. I'm trying to pay attention to their tire fall off to see if it's on here as it is in real life, which is not a lot of fall off. So it'd be interesting to see as the race goes on how hard the guys want to push the cars here.
I tell you what, these guys are going to, they're definitely going to do what they can here. How long we got till we go to qualifying here, John?
They just started qualifying here.
Okay, that's right. They're in an open qualifying here
That's
at this
correct.
league, and that's pretty nice that they do it that way.
Yeah, I like it. This league here, they do everything, as I learned from you last week, very realistic to what NASCAR does on the actual circuit with open qualifying and the segment racing and all that. So, pretty cool thing to see. I was talking about tire fall off and looking at Rob Pendleton's time. Doesn't seem like there's a huge amount of fall off, but definitely noticeable. A couple tenths as you go, about 10 or 15 laps.
All right, well, looks like we are set to go green flag racing here tonight, folks. And it's going to be electric here. I am getting excited for it. I hope you are too.
Yeah, once again, we had some good fast times here. We have Rob Pendleton in first place with a 29.450. Mark Whitley with a 29.467. Brandon Mullen with a 29.485. Cedric Hunter, 29.492. And Tom Swain, 29.498, rounding out the top five.
Absolutely. As, we're looking right here. I'll let you keep talking to what you were doing there just for a second.
Yeah, continue going down the list here. We got Nick Crawford in sixth, 29.503. Zach Hall will be seventh. Brian Johnson, eighth with a 29.599. Ninth place is where we start getting into the sixes. Greg Holtz, 29.617. John Jones, 10th with a 29.629. So very fast times all the way through, first through 15th place. Just a couple tenths separating them, but very fast times here. We'll see what the fall off's going to be like and how these guys want to drive the track, who decides to move up, and how early they're going to do it.
Right, you got it. Well, I'm going to go to the top 10 here on the grid in order at least. Rob Pendleton right there putting it on pole tonight. Mark Whitley right there in second. Brandon Muller third. Cedric Hunter sitting in fourth. Tom Splain in fifth. Nick Crawford in sixth. Got Zach Hall sitting in seventh. Byron Johnson in eighth. Greg Holt in ninth. And round out the top 10, John Jones there in 10th. I tell you, like you just said there, putting down some very fast times. And these guys are very quick in these cars. They love them. And Las Vegas can bring out some good speed and some exciting racing.
It does, and it'll bring out a little bit of a loose condition here too. I'm not sure what these guys are running for fuel this time, but I know the last race they ran, I think it was 60%, and they were going to try to do about the same thing. So definitely going to have to take care of your equipment here, and may come down to fuel mileage with the way that they run their fuel here. So we'll just feel it out here and see what happens, and see who wants to push hard here in the beginning.
It's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be interesting tonight, man. I'm looking forward to this race. It's man, this series, and I'm sorry, folks. I feel like I'm a little distracted. I'm kind of trying to make sure everything's running good. I pushed to get everything together today, and I'm apologize to the league straight up, and definitely will make it right to them. As I just think that's the fair way of doing it. But try to get the best experience for all the viewers. Like I say, working with a whole new setup here tonight, and just trying to get the bugs worked out, so to speak.
I think you'll be fine, buddy. Everybody understands that. You're adding equipment, trying to better the experience here, so can't fault you for that. You're putting on a good show here. You make a great effort to do everything the right way, and that's part of why I just flat out asked you if I could, join you sometime, because I enjoyed watching it and the excitement that you bring to it. So, getting ready to take the green flag here, buddy, so I'll let you take it from here.
Yes, we are about to get ready, set here to send these machines a roaring around here. Las Vegas Speedway. I tell you, I like this track. It's very good of a track here. It can bring out some exciting long green flag running, which Robert Moyer loves to see here. I mean, that man just he loves it when you can see that kind of racing. So it's definitely here is a pace cars coming out of turn number 4. It's gonna, like I say, take that hard left turn off on pit road and send. I call these the monster machines because they're the cup cars, and send them a roaring down into turn number 1 as we're getting set to go for the green flag for 133 laps, folks, tonight. It is going to be exciting here nonetheless, as you're going to listen to these motors just come to life as they storm past us. Oh, man, I tell you, the 77 did not get the start he wanted there.
And not at all. 31 went down to the apron there. He's got the 17 behind him of Tom Splain as they're going too wide, 2 by 2 down into the turn.
Yes, they are. They are stacked up deep behind them, 2 by 2, as they storm down the back stretches. We're watching right here an awesome sight to look at those cars as they're heading into turn 3 to complete lap 1. They're fanned out. I mean, they are still stacked up, John.
Still got the 31 and 77 side by side. We're looking 3-4 rows back. They're still running 2 by 2 here. So nobody's going to give an inch right now, as these points matter when these guys are running this stage racing.
Yes, it is, and I tell you what, that's right, the stage racing. That's another thing here that we've got. Kind of have to look here and see what stages we're looking like here at Las Vegas. Actually, our stage number 1, we're looking at lap 44, folks, and then we're looking at lap 88, and we're looking at lap 133, and right now, man, they are battling tooth and nail up front. Now they're nose to tail a little bit, but they're still stacked up behind them.
They're finally getting things sorted out here. Single file. Ralph Pendleton takes point here. 77 of Whitley's looking back on the inside, trying to get back up there. 31 shuts the door on him.
Yes, they do. I tell you, that Pepsi Max, the machine there, he is looking very good out here. I tell you, that's old Mark Whitley, excuse me, right there. And Cedric Hunter all over the back deck lid of those guys, man. It's looking very good. Want to appreciate all the viewers while we're here and watching this exciting racing going on. And, kind of let me know how the sound does sound as far as the cars, how John sounds, how I sound, and how everything looks. Because it's, like I say, new experience, new time for us, and you got to love technology, like we say. But right now, I'm loving this.
We've got the 11 and the 92 fighting for position. The 80 comes up on the inside there of Eugene Wilkinson, trying to take that spot away. Going to be in 9th position there, or 10th position, excuse me. Tyler Conroy. Tyler ends up giving him the spot there and not using the stuff up. It's a very smart move on his part to back off there. Go back up front and take a look at the lead here.
Yes, sir. We are looking pretty good right now. Sorry about that, folks. OBS decided it was not going to cooperate. This is, I guess it's just not my night right now.
It's a tough thing to put a computer together and try to get all these programs running. So it's, I never dealt with it. Can't build computers, don't want to. I mean, it's not just the computer, but you've got so many programs and everything you have to run now. So, good thing is it'll work itself out. Everything will be fine, and that just brings a much better experience for everybody watching. So it's just trial and error night, buddy.
Yeah, and you know what? Like I say, all the people that's watching it. Yeah, I was definitely doing a lot of testing this afternoon and whatnot. But I mean, we got some exciting racing, and I want to apologize actually to the league I want to apologize to the drivers. I want to apologize to the viewers. I've done a lot of testing here, and obviously just having some things, got to work out a few kinks here and there, and you got to love it. That's the joys of new technology. But like I am, I'm just a man that definitely will make it up to the league, and will make it up to them. And I know how to do it because right now they're putting on a good show, and I want to be able to put on a good show for them. Like you said, John, it's all about putting on a darn good show for them there at the end.
Yep, you do that and everything's going to work itself out just fine. While we say that, we got a caution coming out here. Trying to see where that came from.
Well, that's the first one for tonight, and I tell you, I'll see if we can get an idea where it's at.
Looks like the 16 car, Joe.
Number 16. All right.
Unfortunately, Robert Moyer, yeah.
Oh, no. Well, I know he don't like cautions. He definitely don't like being the one. Well, let's rewind it back here and see what happened to Robert Moyer here on the track. As we're following along, looks like the 95 just pushed up just a little bit, got loose, and just wrong place, wrong time for Robert right there. The good news is they got a fast fix. Bad news is caution's out for the first time tonight. So, with the caution out is, let's take a quick commercial break here from the sponsor, Stock Car Racing Experience, Pocono, Pennsylvania. If you're up in that area, definitely check them out.
Have you ever wanted to drive a real race car on a famous NASCAR track? The staff at Stock Car Racing Experience will suit you up, teach you what you need to know, and put you behind the wheel of a 160-mile-per-hour stock car on NASCAR's famous Pocono Raceway.
That was great. I enjoyed it.
Unbelievable.
It's that unique, one-of-a-kind experience you'll never forget.
It was definitely worth it. The second time I did it, and I'm still shaking.
Call or register online at 877stockcar.com for a heart-pounding, once-in-a-lifetime experience. You won't forget it.
Drivers, start your reading. Motor Sim Racing Magazine is the first and only magazine dedicated to sim racing. Every month we'll be covering the hot topics around the world of sim racing. So if you're looking to be in the know, go to www.motorsimsracing.com. You will find articles from your favorite drivers, leagues, and other prominent people in the sim racing community. Want an update of your favorite league? We got it. Want to learn the basics on finding a perfect league for you? We got it. Want to know more about how leagues are run? We got it. So remember, when you want to know what's going on in the sim racing world, go to www.motorsimracing.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here. About to get set to go back green flag racing again here tonight. Rob Pendleton, your man out front here, there. I get a chuckle every time I read his sponsor, the Vagisil car and the 31 machine. So, yeah. I still get a chuckle every time I think about that, John.
I'm wondering... You say that, I see his car as being yellow and black, so I forgot that was his sponsor last time.
No, well, yeah, I've got the update on the trading paints going here, so yeah, he's still out there in the Vagisil machine, and I got confirmation from one of the other viewers or the other members tonight that yeah, he's still in it.
Okay, I need to update mine then, evidently.
Well, nonetheless, I'm going to tell you, it's been exciting right now for the 14 laps that we've got so far. And, like I say, I want to again truly apologize to all the viewers out there, the league especially, and everyone that trying to get the best experience possible. Obviously, we're looking very good out here. And I tell you, it's I don't know, John, this race so far, I can feel it. We're looking for a segment. We do segments here. And what that means is whoever's leading at those segments gets a bonus point for the actual that goes into their chase at the end of the season. So whoever's leading at lap 44, they get that bonus point. So that's what we're looking for, lap 44. So right now at lap 15, though, of 133.
Yeah, and as we get closer, and we saw it in the last race, these guys are going to push each other a little bit more, being very patient right now. The 77 of Mark Whitley did a great job. Tried to see if the 31 was going to slip up, if he could get back on the inside, realized he didn't want to push it, backed off, and let everything calm down a little bit.
Absolutely. I tell you what, we're 2x2 stacked up right now. About to get set to take these machines roaring back around here, Las Vegas. And again, like I say, I hate to sound like I'm kind of a little disoriented, just making sure everything runs good. But I tell you, it doesn't take away from what these guys are doing on this track. They are doing an awesome job right now as we're about to get set. The thunder around here, Las Vegas, out here in the desert. Pace cars in. Rob Pendleton is the man on point, about to set sail here with the machines as they are taking off. You hear the machines roar to life. John, I tell you, they are stacked up again, 2x2, and that's what this track produces.
Definitely going to be that way. The 13, though, takes that third position away, goes up to the top side there to follow Whitley around, but the 31 got a great restart.
Yes, he did. I mean, right now, the 77 is trying to power on the outside there. Cedric's looking back there going, guys, look, which way do I go? I don't know right off the top of my head. I'm just following the leader back here, but he's on the inside of the 77.
Yeah, definitely good move on his part as he's going to take that spot away and move into second position as Cedric Hunter.
Yeah,
so,
he is. Oh,
inside position right here is where you want to be. Running up top there, 2x2, you're always going to lose on the outside unless you really got some good grip and momentum.
Well, I'll tell you what, it looks like right now Cedric Hunter is the man who's got all the grip in the world. He's definitely got discount tire on the side of the car, and so maybe he's actually went and stuck him some extra set of tires because he is all over the back deck lid of that 31.
Yeah, he's really going to push him right here as we're coming to lap 18, so these guys are trying to get in a good position here for that first stage. The 13 doing a great job putting the pressure on that 31 of Pendleton.
Yeah, he is, but at the meantime, look at the 77 power on the inside there with the Pepsi Max machine as they are 2x2. Now, they lost right there a lot, and the 4 machine, they are 3 wide.
Unbelievable action right there. I was trying to follow, Joe. Sorry for the pause there. It looked like the 13 got loose, got sideways back there a little while ago. Trying to see where he went.
He is right. Oh, yeah, he dropped a lot. Trying to look on my chart here also to see actually where Cedric Hunter dropped all the way to 23rd. Wow, he got dropped a lot. But I tell you, there's a battle going on for 3rd. There's a battle going for 4th. I mean, they are 3 wide stacked behind them, 2 wide in front. These guys are just not giving an inch here. There's some awesome, exciting racing they're putting on.
Battles all over the track. The 2 just took position away to move into 4th. Went around that 17 to Tom's plane. Tom kind of let him go and see what's going to happen. Got the 28 of Brian Johnson behind them.
Yeah, it is right there. Now they fan out single file in the front, but you got to look at that number 2 machine of Tyler Conroy right there looking on the inside of Mark Whitley. I mean, every time, it seems like a race we did the other day, John. Every time we thought they got single file, they fooled us, and they went, oh, boy, I tell you, did you see that move back there? That was the number 80 of Eugene. Almost got into the side of the 11 of Greg Holt.
Yeah, very close racing right now, but I'm going to tell you what, Tyler Conroy is a man on a mission right here. As he moves up through the field, he's been running some really fast times. He's a 10th or 2 faster than the cars in front of him.
He is. I just saw that time you're talking about right there. I think his last time was a 30.084. And Nick, which is in front of him, is a 30.065. Those are the last ones coming through the line. But I'm kind of keep here. Hey, what's going on, Michelle? How you doing out there? Just watching this battle going on for 10th and 11th spot. I mean, they're not giving an inch back here in the back.
Yeah, definitely not. Now's not the time to give up any spots as we're coming to lap 22. These guys are they're halfway there and they know it, so they need to push it just a little bit. So Connor, the second, third place cars are faster than the leader, Rob Pendleton, just by a tenth, but they're catching up to him a little bit here.
And we got a car spinning. That's Shane Atkins. And, man, I'm going to tell you, good awareness by some guys back there in the back. He spun in the middle of the pack, John. I was watching that. He just, like, looped it in the middle of the whole pack in the field. Caution is out, but I'm going to tell you, let's go back and watch that because this guy did a wonderful job, and the guys around him. Once you see this, you'll be just like, really? How in the world did that not cause a big wreck? I mean, he just lost it. Well, it's cause, well, when I watched the end of it there, a couple cars got a heavy on the binders, got in each other. But I'm going to tell you, that could have been a lot worse than what it was.
Yeah, and again, I thought I saw some other cars there in the back end up getting some damage from that. But
yeah, they did.
We're going to see everybody come in and get tires for sure right here.
Yeah, and I tell you, right now we're at lap number 23 of 133. Folks, I tell you what, right here, this is a stage 1 of 3. And we're looking for that stage 44, which is lap 44 for the first stage here. Rob Pendleton's the man. It's looking like he wants to lead. Hey, what's going on, Michelle? Out there. I appreciate all the viewers out there, as always. And, you know, again, I want to apologize for the little kind of delay at the beginning there. A whole new setup, whole new computer. Everything's here new, and just trying to get the best possible experience for all the viewers out there because y'all deserve it. The leagues deserve it. The drivers do. Let me know how I sound, how John sounds, and how. Make sure y'all can hear the cars and all out there too.
And don't ask anybody how I sound because I want you to mute me.
Well, right now, looking pretty good.
Like, get that calm monotone guy out of here.
What's going on, Tina? How you doing? Yes, it is some good racing going on, and you're right. And that's this league here brings some very good cup style racing, and it's unique. John's more of a statistician up here. He knows a lot about the cars and a lot about stuff like that. I kind of just get to the drivers and what's going on. And yes, you're reading that right, folks. Rob Pendleton, I don't know if he just enjoys the sponsor on his car or what, but yeah, he's got Vagisil on there, folks, as his sponsor.
Kind of takes you back to the days when Viagra was on Mark Martin's car.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you though, at least we're not seeing the cat car out there tonight.
I was trying not to laugh when I pushed the button.
Well, don't get me wrong. They all got cracked up. They all were cracked up when they heard that. Because Robert actually got up to me after and he goes, "When I saw what you saw, I did not think that you were going to say anything about it." And I was like, I had to, man. You could not plan that any better. So,
hey, we notice everything. We're gonna call you out. That's all there is to it.
I tell you, we are. And man, right now, Rob Pendleton's a man on point. I'm gonna tell you, he's very fast. I mean, you know, all things considered, his sponsor and all that, very fast driver. Can get it done week in and week out, and is all. And Michelle's having a trip out there. I appreciate you letting me know how the sound sounds and how the cars sound and all. Like I say, today, folks, I built a computer from scratch today and put it all together, and a little rough start, but nonetheless, we're up and running now, and it has been tremendously good so far.
Hey, how many rednecks do you know that could build a computer in one day?
Well, I don't know. Had a little experience at it every once in a while, so.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Oh.
I do good to build myself a sandwich.
I hear you. That's what I got my wife for. Nah.
And the truth comes out.
There you go. There you go. Well, I tell you what, folks. We're about to get set to go back green flag racing here, and so far it has been a heck of a race. Las Vegas is just that way, John. It brings out the best of drivers. It brings out, strategy. It brings out this and that, and the cautions that we have really just been kind of almost single car style cautions. So pace car's coming out of turn number 4, and I like to say, going to take that hard left turn off on pit road and send these monster machines a-flying down through pit turn number 1. And right now, Nick Crawford, the man on point with the NASA machine. I believe that's the NASA machine I saw out there. But we're going to see if Rob Pendleton, man, Rob got a good jump, though. Yes, man, did you see that?
Yeah, good jump he got there on Nick, taking point there. I believe Nick's probably going to, well, no, I said he was going to give him the spot, but he fights back on the inside as we're 2 by 2 again, 3 deep.
Yes, we are right here just looking at these cars and awesome paint jobs, looking at the number 17 there. And you're right, the NASA machine, he flies by like the space shuttle, man, at the nighttime sky. Blew past the 31 machine right there. I'm going to tell you what, nice paint jobs here. I mean, looking, but behind them, boy, these guys are just racing hard.
Yeah, absolutely. When they're right where they need to be, the top 3, 4 guys are just trying to set themselves up in good position for this run here to the first stage at lap 44. But that 4, I'm telling you what, he's starting to get some space out behind him.
Yes, he is. I don't know if he pitted last time. If he did, he's got a space shuttle for a pit crews out there because he got him in and out very quickly. Right now, got a good battle going on at the 5th spot there between the 24 and the 2. That's Derek Paulson and Tyler Conroy right there battling 2 by 2, and they got Byron Johnson on the backside of them.
Yeah, still going to be fighting here, and these guys are going to start pushing it here as we're coming to lap 30 next time they hit the line. So we're almost there. These guys know it, so they're all going to try to make up as many spots as they can to get those points.
Absolutely. Right there, you see that number 2. He's looking very good. And right behind them, Byron Johnson's looking around, trying to feel it out just a little bit. Got Greg Holt on the inside there. And then look at Tyler on the inside of the 24. They're 2 by 2 there. They're side by side behind him. And side by side, they're double file all the way back. I mean, these guys, it's only the front 4 cars that are fanned out in single file. From there on, you've got a lot of door-to-door style action going on.
They definitely do. I'm looking at the 2 of Tyler Conroy's. He took another position away from that 28 of Brian Johnson, and he's on the move now. And it looks like that 2 car takes him a couple of laps, but he starts working it in there and knows where he can push it and starts making up a lot of time.
Yeah, he does. And I tell you right now, they're fanned out single file in the front. We have to keep an eye on that too, but I'm going to go a little bit further back here, kind of see what they're doing here in the back. Maybe back here in the 10th, 11th, I see them, and they're fanned out 2-2 right here. You got to look, Larry Reed right there in the 10th spot, that 48 machine. He's got his hands full with James E. Burris. And that number 41, as he's looking on the inside. That's another thing we didn't talk about yet, John. Multiple grooves here. This track, you can run some multiple grooves here. It's not just mainly a 1-groove track.
Yeah, it definitely is 2 grooves. It takes a little bit for that outside to come in, but you got to run up there and put the rubber down. But you can run up there near the wall if you want to. But again, you got to have that grip and the rubber up there to do it. But definitely 2 lanes here.
No doubt here. Well, let's see if I can get some. I'll try on the engine noise there. Might not be able to do much for it the way I had to set the sound up. So I'll see what I can do. Nonetheless, I know me and his voice probably sound pretty good all in all. But, man, these guys, they're putting on a show back here in the back. 10th, 11th, and 12th, so forth.
Yeah, doing a great job here. Watching that 48 here. He's up on the top line. Got the 41 still fighting with him for position. Got the 77 behind him of Mark Whitley. Mark's fighting back on the outside of the 41.
Absolutely. And right now, these guys, man, are putting it to the win. As you see right there, the 41 machine, James E. right there, looking on the inside just a little bit, trying to take that 10th spot away. Actually, he's in the battle for 11th, excuse me. I thought he was in a battle there for 10th for a minute. I think Larry got away from them. Let me know if that's a little bit better for you there, IU.
We got that 41 inside the 20 now. So the 20's trying to make up some ground here. Brandon Mullen fighting on the outside here behind Mark. trying to let these guys sort it out a little bit. We're coming to be lap 36 next time around.
It is. I'm going to tell you, John, right now, this is probably the best battling going on the track right here. Is back here for 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. As, that's the thing about this track. We don't really talk about it a lot or whatnot, but you get fanned out some. Like I said, it's a multiple groove style track. You can go high, you can go low, and it's just one of those tracks where it looks like they're going 2x2, but really sometimes they're single file.
Yeah, but it's such a fun track though, because you can take it easy, you can push it for a couple laps, and we see guys doing that, like the two of Conroy. He takes it easy for a bit, pushes it for a bit, and that's by design. It's not by accident.
Absolutely. Right now, we've got an extremely good battle going on for 14th spot back here. James E. Burris right there with Christopher Matthews. I mean, those guys they're going toe-to-toe. And, hey, look at that, Cedric Hunter. I don't know what happened to him at the beginning of the race there. He might have got a little loose, but he is coming through the field in a hurry, pushing that number 13 discount tire forward up through the field.
Yeah, 13 unfortunately had that little slip up there and moved all the way to the back, so he's trying to fight his way back up. You got the 20 and the 77 here in a good battle for 11th place, and they got to get up there in that top 10 to get those points for the stage racing.
Yeah, they do, and I tell you, that's right. We're coming up to lap number 38 here, folks, at lap 44. Whoever's leading that one gets that one valuable bonus point here that can help them in the chase to the end here. And I tell you right now, Nick Crawford has been able to hold off Rob Pendleton. I'll go back up front here just for a second, because I'm going to tell you, Rob Pendleton is a man on a mission, and he's moving up there. He's creeping just a little bit, trying to catch Nick.
Yeah, and he may not be running very hard right now because he knows he's got a couple laps here. And so he's just trying to see if the 4 is going to make a mistake or slip up, where he's better than the 4 car, just sizing him up a little bit, trying to figure out where he can beat him.
Absolutely. And I tell you, do you push it now, knowing you're getting there? I mean, right now we say that, and he's all over the back deck lid of the 4, but do you push it to try to get around him, knowing that, hey, look, lap 44, you can get that valuable one bonus point there? Or do you say, look, I know there's 2 more segments, obviously the next one, but then obviously the last one, which is the main important one, because that's for the win of the race. I know you want it, and as I say that, Rob Pendleton putting everything he's got
wants
onto
it, buddy. He's going after it.
Yeah, man. So, well, I might answer my own question here, but I mean, if you're a driver, what in this situation, what would you do? Would you risk pushing it, or would you say, look, okay, let me see what I got with 4 more laps here left in this segment?
Well, you definitely push it, as we see him doing right here on the inside. He's going to take that spot away from the 4 pretty easily here. That inside line right now, still the preferred place to be if he's got an exit. If he doesn't, we'll see the 4 catch back up to him coming off of here. But the 4 got tied up with that 17, so that helped the 31 to get away. But no, every racer, you want every point you can get. Doesn't matter what lap it is, but when you put stage racing in the mix, every point matters. You won.
Absolutely, and it will be valuable come the chase series at the end there. Like we said, I mean, it's going to be something that definitely these guys are going to want to have and whatnot. And we're seeing them. I mean, look at them. They are putting on a hard charge here at lap 42 as we see side by side behind Rob Pendleton. And look at Tyler. Tyler's like, man, look, okay, y'all guys, let's break this up. I'm coming to the front one way or another.
Yeah, we got a heck of a battle here with the top 4 cars here going after every spot that they can. They're all going to get their points. The top 10 get points in stage racing, so they don't have to push it as much. The leader, it pays to be the leader, so it's going to be hard to catch that 31.
Yeah, it is. And right there with the 17, Tom Spillane, he's a rookie here, along with Rob Pendleton. Now, even though it says that they're rookies, that just means they're rookies in this league. Rob Pendleton definitely not a rookie of iRacing, and I probably don't think Greg and Tom and them are either. But, right now, good battle going on for second place, though.
Yeah, we've seen that with Conroy here. He knows when to push it and when to take care of it. Doing a great job right now in that battle with the 4 Crawford here.
Yeah, it is right there, and he got around him. Conroy did. Now Tyler's looking to run him down in that Rockstar machine, looking very good in the number 2 SS there. He's looking to maybe say, look, as we're coming to lap, we just did the lap 44, so we know who led that one. That was Rob Pendleton right there. So now We go to lap 88 here, John, and that's the next one that we're looking forward to as far as the stage goes for the valuable bonus point that these guys are looking for. Lap 45, only 2 cautions early on. Really just kind of a single car style spin. Looked like just lost it coming out of the turns.
Yeah, and that's going to happen when you're pushing it very early on, and tires hadn't really got up where they need to be here. But looking at some lap times, Pendleton ran a 31.226. The Convoy's 189, as he is going to pull up on his back bumper right here.
Yes, he is. And I tell you, I'm trying to get through the field, but as soon as I go to the field, these guys up front here start to storm and put on a show. And it's a battle up front, a battle, in the middle, battles in the back. It's just battles everywhere. So you're right. Now, that's a good move that I saw Tyler do right there. He probably could have stuck that nose in there, and he does now, but he could have stuck it in there earlier, and he didn't. He waited patiently until he had the opportunity to, and he might try to get him right here as they go into turn number 1.
Well, definitely good heads-up race on his part. He knows it's very early on. We got a long way to go, and you don't want to ruin your day or somebody else's by pushing the issue if you don't have to, but he's going to keep fighting on this inside line here, and the 31's doing a great job of hanging on to him on the outside.
Now, let me ask you a question. Now, fighting on the inside, I mean, there's got to be a preferred line around this track, and I'm going to try to get through the field here. I know there's a good battle going on for third, but there's got to be a preferred line. I'm going to say probably that middle high to where you don't wear the tires out here. So if you go on that inside lane like he was doing and stay down there trying to battle for so long, you think it's going to tear these tires up? Because we're probably thinking right now a good long green flag run is happening right now.
Yeah, after you run about 10 laps here, you're going to see some big fall off. So the more you turn the wheel, the more wear you're going to have. It was interesting right now. They're back on the bottom, but both of them went extremely high down in 1 and 2. As we come across the line here, the 2's looking on the inside again. But right now, the 31 may have that preferred line, depending on the wear and how hard these guys have pushed it. The 2 may have saved a little bit, so he can have some grip. But you definitely want to move up the track as the tires wear off.
Okay, well, and that's the thing is we're seeing, actually, you were just speaking of that, because I'm back here at the 12th spot there with Brandon Mullen, and we see him taking the high side way up towards the track, and a lot of other guys back there are doing the same that I'm seeing, doing that middle to high groove. Some of them, and then all of a sudden they'll drop down low. So I don't know. I'm kind of hard in the wall. We got multiple crashes. Oh no. I do not know which one started, but the one I was watching, where I was at, Brandon Mullen was involved, but I saw a crash in front, and then back there where Brandon
77.
was. 77? All right, well, there was multiple ones there.
24.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Oh, the 48, and then the 77 to 16. And then the 20 came up, nowhere to go. That was basically a chain reaction. That's what that was. That looks like right there, kind of one of those, wow. Hey, 82 got a cool paint job. Yep, he sure does. I was watching that live back here, John, and the next thing I noticed, bam, there was a wreck in front, and then right where I was at, those guys started spinning. So I don't know if that maybe was kind of an accordion effect, kind of reacted, kind of, I don't know, maybe spun or whatnot.
Yeah, it looks like the 24 Paulson put his car up in the wall coming off the 4, bounced off, and took all the other cars with him there.
Well, just unfortunate set of circumstances right here. And I tell you, I want to appreciate all the viewers out there, as always, for tuning in and checking out here. We're at RacinFreeks here live tonight, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You just saw the camera pan across there, the front stretch. Green flag, well, not green flag stops, but yellow flag stops, which we probably would have started to have some green flags because we was getting on a long run there for a while.
Yeah, it looks like the 24 just trying to run it up a little bit high line there, and if you're pushing it and running that high line, it's not going to stick very well. Like as we were talking about trying to turn it, the car's going to get tight with you, and it's going to push up to the wall. That's what happened to him. And unfortunately, he was trying to keep it down off the track, but where he wrecked at, it's going to cause you with the momentum to come back up the track. So Not any fault on his part. It's just the design of the track, but very unfortunate that it took out some other cars.
Well, absolutely. And I tell you what, right now, that man right there, Rob Pendleton, in the number 31, he's done a tremendous job. Put it on pole tonight. He's led 30 laps so far, currently sitting in second. Now, he led segment 1, which was at lap 44. What we're looking for is segment 2 at lap 88, and then obviously the last one at 133, which is the one I say that the main one everybody wants. These guys here out tonight, man, have just put on a tremendous show. A clinic, as I like to call it. We got 26 drivers out here, and it's anybody's race. That's just the kind of racing I've seen going on. Tremendous. I don't know what else. I don't really know what else to say besides awesome racing.
Yeah, it's really good stuff right now. I got to say, if you're looking for a favorite this early on, it's going to come from those, probably top 5, top 6 cars. Pendleton's done a great job. Conroy does a great job taking care of his stuff and knowing when to run hard. So these guys, they're very smart racers here. So, any of these cars right now in the top 5 or 6 would probably be the ones to keep your eye on unless they have a little incident happen here.
Well, absolutely. Now, tell you what, this is the RacinFreeks Sim Racing League. Robert says, just go ahead and call it the Racing Freaks. Right now, they're racing like some freaks and having fun doing it. But they are sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience in Pocono, Pennsylvania. And if anybody's in that area, definitely check them out. If you ever wanted to be or experience the excitement of being a real race car driver, there you go. We have one down in Charlotte. It's named differently, but they do the same thing. But if up there in Pennsylvania, I mentioned it before, not going to happen on my end because unless they come up with a unique way that I could make it through the window, ain't a happening with my awesome physique.
Definitely. Maybe back in the day when they had the hood door,
Yeah. Yep, that's it. They need, what is that, the trap door, they just drop me through the
trap
top.
door there in the hood, yeah. Maybe that would have been a little bit easier for you, but yeah, definitely a cool experience. I've never done it. I've wanted to, but racing for years like I did, asphalt and dirt, I kind of got my feel of that, but nothing like these stock cars, obviously, so I can't really compare it to that, but be a great experience. I know people that have done it and they love it, so especially being up in Pocono. I mean, what a great area that is. There's
And a heck of a track.
and see. Yeah, yeah, it'd be very fast, bad fast there, so be a really cool experience.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's something to look forward to if anybody's up in that area. I mean, and I'm like you, it would be something. Now, back in the day when I was younger, did a lot of drag racing and stuff, so I don't do that much. Don't do that really anymore. This is my adrenaline rush. I love this. I love getting up here, calling these races, having fun, sim racing, and this excitement. And these guys are about to put on some excitement here in a few as that pace car's heading into turn number 3, folks, as I like to say. And we'll make that hard left turn off on pit road and send these monster machines a-flying around Las Vegas International Speedway, or just Motor Speedway, either way you want to look at it. And these things are just going to soar down into turn 1, and they'll have no fear when they're going in there. They're on 4 fresh Goodyears, and they got full fuel, and they say, look, I'm Superman, and I got the metal behind me to prove it. Right now, stacked up beautifully. Rob Pendleton's going to take them to the line, and look at Tyler Conroy.
Tyler was all over that start, and he jumped right all over the 31. Going to fight back on the inside here at that 17 of Tom's plane here. Probably take that position away. As new tires on the inside, that's the way to go.
Yes, it is right there. They are storming down the backstretch. Tyler says, look, I want that lead back. I've led 3 laps here tonight, started 12th, been able to pull it up. Now look at there, Brian Johnson bringing the Mountain Dew-powered machine to the front also.
Yeah, Brian's done a great job here. Had a little incident he was involved with earlier, but rebounded from that here, but got himself back in the top 5. Caution's
He does.
out.
Oh, caution's out. All right. What do you see on the track?
Going through there, look like maybe the 23 or 37.
Yeah,
They're running in the back there. Huh?
Yep, there's one of them. Really looks like they're the 24 maybe. Let me just go back on him and see. He said a 23.
Yeah, they were both together running on the apron.
Yeah, the 24 was slow. Oh, yeah, he got him and the 18. Oh, yep, the 18 and him got together a little bit. 24 lost it. Big crash behind them. Wow. Oh, and that collected Brandon Mullen again, and unfortunately, that's probably going to do it for him tonight. You know what I'm seeing here? It's not so much guys driving aggressive and causing wrecks or whatnot. It just seems like these cars are getting wicked loose, coming either in the tri-oval or in the middle off the turn, and they just snapping out from under them.
Yeah, they definitely are. I was listening to the race chatter there, and the 24 is taking responsibility for the action there. So very cool of him. Stand up move there to call it on him. It was his fault there, his dealing. So didn't know the car was there is what he's saying. So that's very unfortunate for those guys that got caught up in that.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he actually spun, lost it. I mean, that's what I was saying. From the look of it, to what I saw, looked like he caught up a little bit and he yanked it. And when he did, it just threw that car a little bit off. And when it threw it off, it's all she wrote.
Well, these cars are just monsters to drive. If anybody's ever driven them on here, you know what we're talking about. They can snap loose with you in a heartbeat. So if you overcorrect, whether you're in or off the throttle, but especially in the throttle, those things are going to get loose and you're not going to have any control of it. So you're right on the edge every time in these cars.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, we're sitting at lap 58 of 133, folks. And I hope all the viewers out there are enjoying tonight. And like I say, I've got a whole new setup here today. Whole new, everything's new. So
everything's new except us.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Everything's new except us. Yep. Yeah. And the way I was feeling earlier is if I don't get my stuff straightened up, heck, I'll be new. So that's the way I look at it.
Yep, still got the old us and got the great action here on the track. These guys are doing a good job up here up front. Had some unfortunate things happen, mid-pack and in the back there, but these boys up front here, they're not done with each other, and it's going to take some effort to deal with this 31 car tonight. He seems to be pretty good everywhere he goes, and he's got some good speed in his car. So we'll see how it works, but these boys are definitely going to try to put it to him.
That we're looking at here is, we're at lap 59. By the time we go back green flag, we're probably going to be looking at lap 60 or 61, probably when they cross the line. But getting close on that lap 88 deal. And, I mean, these guys have they put on some exciting racing. I mean, it's really been some good racing here at Las Vegas.
It definitely has. And these boys, they all know what they're doing. That's why they're in this league, and they always put on a good show here. So it'll be interesting to see. We were talking about earlier, you were asking about, points and leading every lap or leading the important laps. And, it's funny, as you're racing, you say, okay, at lap 44, I need to be leading. But you want to lead that lap, and you fight so hard. And then you get to 88, and you're like, all right, I need to lead that lap. And you fight so hard to get there. And then at the end of the race, if you find yourself up front and you win, and you weren't leading those, then you don't care. So you got to win.
Yep. Yep, you got it. Yeah, and that's basically what I was saying is, at what point do you, if you're behind a guy, let's say like he was, do you push it to say, look, I know I might be faster, tad bit or whatnot. Do I push it and risk messing up now, or should I be here at the end? Because that's really when all the money and it all matters.
Yeah, your focus is definitely, trying to finish the race. And these guys that have been up front here, they're smart enough to know, if they've got to move on a guy where they can beat him at, and we see it, they size him up and figure out, maybe I can drive it in here a little bit harder, get underneath him, he's going to give me the spot. So we've seen a lot of give and take up front, which is really cool. You don't find that in a lot of places, in a lot of leagues, but with these guys here, they're very professional with each other. And a lot of give and take, and at least at the beginning of the race, we'll see what happens at the end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, right now, probably a few more cautions than old Robert would love to have, but nonetheless, it has been an exciting, extremely exciting race. and it's about, hey, we're not done yet. Lap 60 of 133, and these guys are about to storm off and do it again.
Yeah, and getting to the caution deal, you can not want cautions all you want, but as a driver, they're pretty much welcome, except at the end of the race. It's a good chance to just catch your breath, slow down a little bit, and gather yourself and get ready to go again.
Absolutely. Well, pace cars coming out of turn number 4, and they're about to send these machines a-roaring down the start-finish line here into turn number 1. I like to say pace cars going to take that hard left turn on the pit road. And right now, Rob Pendleton, a man on point with Byron Johnson right there, battling back. Now, Tom Splain right behind them here. So they're 2x2 stacked up. Green flag in the air, John, and you hear these monster machines roaring off into turn number 1.
That 31 did a great job on the restart there, and he always takes it down to the apron, which I find pretty interesting. Got that 17 coming up behind him on the inside there. If we can, I'd like to talk to that 31 and figure out what is his deal with going to the apron. What has he found down there?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I have no clue. All I know is they're 3 wide right there behind him also. Wow, these guys are getting awful racy here early on. Now, that takes us back to that question. Are they racing for those spots? I mean, or does the track feel just that good?
If you got good tires under you, it can feel good, but that feeling's going to go away mighty fast. So you got to definitely take care of it. But that, tell you what, that 17 in the serious throwback right there, doing a great job up on the outside there, holding this position.
Yes, he is right there. The number 17, Tom's on the outside there. He is battling along with Bob Skinner there on the number 82. He's got a number 41 right there with him also, James E. And, man, look at Byron all over the back deck. Look at the 31. They look like they're at Daytona the way they're stacked up.
Yeah, you can be on top of each other riders as they are. I mean, you could throw a blanket over these guys right now. Brian Johnson throws it in there on the high side. See if he can make that thing stick. That 31 is really super fast. Lots of grip on the inside.
Yeah, oh, and we got a wreck. 11. Well, did he hold on to it? Yep. He didn't hit anything. He went off into the grass. Good. Whew.
Very good professional move on his part. Got to say good job to him. Not bringing out the caution. Just kept that thing going. So he could have
not
messed
only
up a lot of
that,
people there.
Did you see where he spun at? Right in front of the crowd.
Yeah, and we've seen that tonight with some of these accidents that just put you back in front of them. A great job by him to get down and get away from everybody.
Absolutely. Right now, these guys are doing a tremendous job up front. They're battling out. Nobody told them it's lap 65 to them, a 133. They said, heck, no, we're going for it each and every lap. Now, look who just snuck up into the 6th spot there. Cedric Hunter, a man who was up front early on. Don't know what quite happened. I was in the back looking there. Don't know if he might have lost it or whatnot, because he got shuffled way back in the back early on. But now he is powered back with that number 13 machine.
Yeah, finding a way to be in good position as he's done the whole race here. As we see that too, with Conroy starting to work his way back up through here.
Yes, he is. And number 2 there, Tyler's, he's trying to fight back here. So now, like you always say, the old saying, cream rises to the top. And we are seeing it. The discount tire machine, he is rolling up through the field, so to speak. And I tell you right now, these guys are looking very good. They are nose to tail. I mean, like, what's that saying? You can throw a blanket over them. Hey, go ahead and throw an electric blanket over them, because, man, I don't think not a one of these guys out here want to be cold. Every one of them are hot. They are still door to door.
And great job by that 32. Got to give a call to him, Zach Hall, on the outside of Tyler Conroy right now, staying with him for about the last 2 or 3 laps up on that high side. So he's doing a great job as he follows the 92 of Christopher Matthews.
Yes, he does right there. The number 92 on the outside with the 41. And right behind him, Tyler on the inside with the 32 on the outside of him. Man, this is some tremendous racing right here going on for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th spot, folks. You got 2 cars side by side behind them, they're side by side. And it's just nose-to-tail style action all over the place.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the 92 there just moved up a little too high coming off, put himself on the wall, gave that spot up to the 2 there, and the 41, with the 32 coming underneath him there. So, real unfortunate for that 92, moved a little too high too early.
Yeah, the Air Force machine right there. He bumped the wall, and that's Camry Toyota. But nonetheless, he's falling back a little bit. 48's up underneath him, as he's still right there in the top 10. Zach Hall looking very good. Now, I haven't really talked much about the fact of when you're on the outside. I mean, the way these guys are racing, I don't see these cars being loose. I don't really see them being tight. So I really just don't know what to take on how they feel without talking to one of the drivers. But because they're putting them on the inside, they're putting them on the outside, they're putting them on the middle.
Yeah, they are. As we see, the 82 got to give a call to Bob Skinner, doing a great job here, moving up on the inside of Brian Johnson, trying to take that second spot away. But the inside is not a bad place to be. The cars may be a little loose with them, and we just can't tell. But if you go too high, as we've seen, it's going to get tight and put you in the wall.
Absolutely, right there. A tremendous battle going on for the second spot. As you just said, the number 82, Bob Skinner, right there. They are door to door, him and Brian Johnson. And that 17's trying to pick and choose. Which side do I go? Do I go high? Do I go low? Heck, do I try to take it 3 wide? As he came off that turn. Oh, and he got into the 82.
Oh, goodness. Trying to make it 3 wide right there. I don't know if he tried to make it 3 wide or if they slowed up in front of him.
I have no clue. I know he came off that turn awful hard there, but nonetheless tore up race cars. Let's go back and watch that one again, folks. Kind of saw a little bit there live, but man, that unfortunate for those guys involved here. As we're going to get a good shot here of what it did. Look at that 82. What we saw behind him actually was a 17. Looked like he bumped the wall. And when it did, just a car came down on the track. Now, Cedric Hunter and Tyler, what good awareness. And unfortunate for the 20, looks like the 24 machine. And, oh, man, the 80 machine, nowhere to go. Just a racing deal. I mean, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it definitely is. And that's the thing about this track and this type of racing here. These guys, they're going to be all over each other. And risk a big chance of taking out a lot of cars in the field.
Listen to that race chatter.
I am. I'm saying.
That's what I figured. What are they saying? Anything good or what we got?
No, everybody's just very calm, very professional.
Good,
so
good.
It's just trying to figure out what all's going on, who's supposed to go where right now.
Well, and that's another thing about this league. You mentioned that. Sorry about that, but you mentioned that. Very calm and all. Very professional here. Robert really runs a very professional style league here. The drivers are very courteous, and they understand. Now, they're not used to this amount of cautions because they didn't have a lot, but they understand a lot of new drivers are here, and you got to get familiar with them, and you got to get used to riding around them and whatnot. So they understand that. So, very professional guys here at the Racing Freaks League.
It really is. It says a lot about the guys in it and the gentlemen that run it. You mentioned Robert. I've never talked to him, or I don't know any of those guys in here, but I'm very impressed by how professional they are with each other. And even when an incident happens that maybe shouldn't have happened, a lot of leagues you hear a lot of other weird things going on, things that shouldn't. Very professional, these guys. It says a lot about them and their character. So it's really great when you can be a part of something like that, and they want you to be a part of their action and what they're doing. But also good of them to know that sim racing, and we've said this the last couple of weeks. I say it a lot because of some things that I'm trying to do. The growth of sim racing is at an all-time high. It's been a great thing to have for a very long time, but you have to realize it's going to grow. You got newcomers in here, and you're going to have people that are really smart and very fast. But sometimes they got to go through a little bit of growing pains here. And so all the leagues, I think, are experiencing that. The growing pains is what I mean when I say that. So, but they deal with it very well, and I think all the drivers in here understand that. So, a very professional group of drivers here.
All righty. Well, on that note, I'm going to take a quick break right fast since we're still under caution. What's going on, Ray? How you doing? So I'll be right back.
All right, good deal. So, you give me a second here to try to figure out what all is going on, set up the field here. I'm still under caution here, so we still got some pace laps to go. So, in talking about the growth of sim racing and adding more and more people, we're going to see that come through here, especially with iRacing, with the addition of dirt that everyone is looking forward to, including myself. Going to see a lot of leagues come up through there, so it's going to be interesting to see, how big we're going to get here. And I've been working on some things here. I've got a website. It's simracingsponsor.com, and that's a way for me to try to set up businesses and people that want to be sponsors of drivers and leagues or broadcast companies that want to be a part of sim racing, as they're starting to realize, it's on the rise. People are watching these broadcasts. Lots of people are involved with these races. So trying to get some more good things going here. So that's part of that. So if you got some time, check that out. I'll make sure that I pay Joe for the spot there that I just gave myself. Looks like we're going to be going back green flag racing here. We got the 31 Rob Pendleton in the lead. Cedric Hunter's going to be on the outside in that 13. Conroy in third position on the inside, and the 92 of Christopher Matthews, and Nick Crawford in fifth.
All right. Well, I tell you what, you're right. We're about to set to go back green flag racing. What's going on out there, Dave? How you doing? What's going on, Ray? Tina, how are you? Everybody, I tell you right now, this has been a tremendous race so far. We're at lap 75, 133. Had a little slow start to get going, but been kind of smooth sailing so far. But hey, you got to love new stuff, new technology, and whatnot. So I'm going to tell you, these guys out here, though, nothing new about the excitement that they're putting down out here, as it is definitely a tremendous race. And it's about to get even better as we're head here for segment number 2 at lap 88, folks. Pace cars turning in, going to make that hard left turn on the pit road. And Rob Pendleton, as he's done all night long, John's going to send these machines roaring to turn number 1. But look at who he's got on the outside and behind him. And again, he goes down to that apron. I don't know maybe if he is thinking that gives him a good run going into turn 1 or what.
I'm thinking that there's grip down there, and you don't risk maybe getting pushed from behind, but the two's got to run on him. Tyler was right on top of him. He's been very smart on these restarts here. As we look, he's got 2 cars right behind him side by side, that 2 thrown in on the inside.
Yeah, he does right there, and the 2 is on the inside right there. That's Tyler there, door to door, neck and neck. And right there, the number 13 machine of Cedric Hunter. So you've got a heck of a battle going on up front here. And appreciate that, Dre, out there. Man, I call you Dre. I know you Dave's out there. But, yeah, we...
Super Dave.
Yeah, good old Dave, yeah. Dre Broadcasting, guys. Man, check him out over there, man. Guy does a tremendous job over what he does. And it's just like this league here. They do a tremendous job. Racing Fleet. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I messed that up. Racing Freaks. I guess I'm still just kind of bumfuddled from... overwhelmed from the start.
Getting flustered. You've had a long day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Conroy taking that spot away. He's in second position now, following that 31. So, great job by him. Good job by the 13, realizing he had position there.
Yes, he did right there. You see Rob Pendleton, though, man. It's the man on point all day long. But that number 2 machine and the rock star, he's feeling like a rock star right now. And I don't think... I probably just shouldn't even say that. I don't think he wants to be behind the Vagisil machine, but nonetheless, I just can't say that without cracking up. I'm sorry. But nonetheless, right now, the Rockstar machine there, number 2, is rolling because he's got the discount tire machine behind him of Cedric Hunter, who is all over the back end of him, and he's going, look, hey, don't worry, fella. If you get a flat tire, I'll send you back to our shop. I got plenty of them in the trunk.
Yeah, Cedric in that 13 right now trying to show off for Dave and Trey Broadcasting. Former driver of theirs. We got Conroy looking for the lead here.
Yes, we do. Tyler Conroy right there all day long has been a man on a move trying to produce coming up to the front. He is looking very good. Now, I tell you what, Rob Pendleton's not going to give that position up very easily. He's going to be like, look, we're going to fight tooth and nail for it. If you want it, you got to come get it, and you got to take it from me. that number 13 has his own agenda back there behind these two cats up front, saying, look, guys, man, look, you make up your mind. You go low, you go high, because he's got a space shuttle running up, and they touch.
Oh, goodness.
They're going to hold on to it? Man, I'm going to tell you, wow, that's not what we wanted to see. That's not what they wanted to see, and I guarantee you probably some tempers aren't happy.
If
But
you
a
want to get
tremendous
by the
job
31,
between them.
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's just, well, yeah. But I'm going to tell you, the good side of that,
We've got another
well,
caution
we do
coming
have
out
a
here.
caution out, though. I was saying the good side is we didn't get a caution, and the tremendous driving job that they put on to not get collected. The bad side is they got hooked together. And what you see on this
Looks like the
caution?
57.
57. I tell you, well, let's go to the 57. That is Jeff Gilmore. And unfortunately, that's the cat machine right there at the Caterpillar. Let's go back here and see what we got, folks. Because I tell you, oh, yeah, look, man, looks like
Just
him.
close racing.
Yeah, just close
48
racing.
moves up and gets into him a little bit.
Yep, you're right. Him and the 48, and we ain't really mentioned his sponsor.
Yeah,
kind
and we won't.
I'm kind of just, I've just been kind of ignoring it. I don't mean to, but I do like to give. I'll go ahead and show the side of the car. And yeah, you're reading it right. I'm not going to say it, but y'all can read it and see it. And there you go. So, anyways, right now you're looking at him all tore up. But unfortunately, he got into a wreck there. So, I don't know what to say. This race has been extremely good so far.
It's been some great racing up front. I mean, these guys, they've got a lot to be proud of. I know we go to the cautions and talk about how the admins hate it and whatever, but honestly, the show they're putting on up front has just been unbelievable. The guys in the back and that are having some issues here, quite honestly, don't have the speed to be up front. They're going to be where they are because these, like I've said, these top 5 or 6 guys right here, they're the ones to beat, or they have been. The 31, obviously, and the 2 being involved with that. But the good thing is they've got their fast fixes if they need them.
They do, and I tell you what, right there, now I'm looking on my chart here. I'm trying to look where, I'm looking. Where in the world? Okay, Rob Pendleton, I'm showing him still in 6th, and Tyler in 9th, so didn't hurt them too bad, which, I mean, we've got them roughly. I'm seeing 15 cars on the lead lap, and these guys have just, I don't know. It's just tremendous racing out here. I've tried to fan through the field, and every time I do, they play us for a fool when I think they're single file up front. Next thing you know, they jump out there and they make it 2 and 3 wide on us.
Yep, trying to get through the field, give everybody a little time here and get their name out there, and because this league's full of great drivers. We just have little incidents here and there, but they're full of great drivers. We like to showcase everybody, and then you get good racing up front, so you got to pay those guys off too for having a good race because maybe they won't next week. So it's very hard to do. Hard to pay guys off all the time, but doing the best we can.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I tell you what, under caution here, let's do a quick little summary rundown of what we got right now. Lap 84 of 133. Now remember, lap 88 is section number 2, or segment number 2, excuse me. We've had 11 lead changes and 6 cautions here, total for 22 laps. Not too bad, because the cautions we've seen, except for maybe the last one there, was just a hard racing incident nonetheless. But most of them have been some kind of single cars. I've lost it in the middle of the pack, and unfortunately, guys, wrong place, wrong time, get caught up in it. And I don't know. Moyer, you're talking about Robert. He is right now in 14th. He kind of got caught up in a wreck earlier on, and I know Robert, he's probably down there screaming. And there's another thing I noticed. Do you see anybody in TeamSpeak?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
All their drivers, it seems like, are in the race chat.
I see that. So, with that said, unless the drivers come back to TeamSpeak, I'm not going to be able to get an interview with the winner. I just noticed that. We're the only ones in here. We're in the ghost town.
Can you transmit as a spectator?
Nope, I sure can't. As long as I'm spectating.
Ah.
That's why I do that on that one league. I go in as a spotter, and I'm able to transmit then. I could hear them, but they wouldn't be able to hear me. And I just noticed that.
Yeah, now it lets me transmit as a spectator.
I don't see how.
I hit the button to see, and it came up. It popped up.
Oh, yeah, but they still can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll come up, but they won't be able to hear you. Yeah.
I got you.
That's
Wasn't sure how that worked.
Yep. That's why when we talk about on the Monday night one, the way we do it, that way I'm able to talk to them. Yep. I just noticed that in here. It's like a ghost town. So, don't know if that's something Robert wanted done or whatnot, but nonetheless, we about to go back here. Green flag racing here, folks. I don't know what to say. These guys have put on one heck of a show out here. And you're right, he holds back a little bit. Right now he's a lap down, so he's going to have to get a lap back. Actually, 2 laps down, excuse me. So he's going to have to battle back really hard here. And right now, Byron Johnson, that Mountain Dew machine, he's going to have Cedric Hunter to deal with. And that number 4 of Nick Crawford. And look, Rob Pendleton's back up there. How the heck did he get back up there again?
Unbelievable what he's been able to do. That 28th of Brian Johnson gonna take the point here. Got the 4 of Nick Crawford behind him, 13 second on the outside right now of the 92 car.
Yeah, it is. And I tell you what, since we just started here, let's do what we love doing. Let's crank out the speed cam here and let the people hear what they hear and those awesome machines behind the wheel, folks. Let's do a little speed here. Let you listen to what these guys feel like on the track. Well, I tell you what, John, if you don't, if that just doesn't get your blood pumping, I don't know what is. I've always said it before. You might need to go and have yourself checked in to a doctor or something, because these guys thundering around this track is definitely something, a sight to see, and the sound that they put down.
Yeah, you gotta love it, and I always say the same thing. If you don't like that, you're just a boring individual. So, Speed Cam is awesome. Everybody loves it. I like it. Even before I'd watch you, I'd crank it up, buddy. My surround sound here in the house. It was quite loud. Pretty good experience there. But we've seen great battles all around the track. Unfortunately, during Speed Cam, the 24 got involved with I think it was the 57, and 57's out for the rest of the race.
Well, unfortunate on his end right there, though. And the number 2's trying to fire back up here as he's into 5th place already. And I tell you, Rob Pendleton, I mean, they're back at it again. The number 31 and the 2, them guys just cannot stay unglued from each other.
Yeah, they're doing a great job racing around each other here. Had that little hiccup there where they got into each other, and it looked like the 2 might finish him off, but really what he was trying to do was just keep his wheel straight to stay out of the spin there, and unfortunately kind of caused the 31 a little bit more issues, but hurt himself more than he hurt the 31.
Yeah, it is, and right there, they're back at it again, door to door, the same thing they had before. I mean, they are not giving an inch, folks. You know, when they were door to door last time, they got into each other, but now they're back at it again, battling it out for the 5th spot. Man, I tell you, these guys are like, look, who cares? It's lap 97 of 133. Now the number 2 gets around him and takes that position, but in front of them, you just mentioned a minute ago, Cedric Hunter. That guy's looking for the 2nd spot. He is right there and takes it, and is going to try to run down Byron Johnson.
He is. And really what happened there is the 31 realized, hey, I need to let this 2 go, because the 2 showed him that he was not going to back down earlier, and that's how they got into each other. The 31's held on really well, even up on the top side there all night long with these guys. But Tyler was having none of it, and he really forced the issue there, which was fine. You're a racer, that's what you're supposed to do. Not any bad on it, either one of their parts, but you're going to have guys that push it and some of them not so much.
Well, absolutely, you're right. Right now, Tyler's looking like he's going to try to run down Nick for that 4th spot. Trying to go through the field here a little bit as we look back here. James Hacksworth sitting in 8th. He's got his hands full there with Sean. Well, no, that looks like Brandon Mullen. I tell you what, Brandon Mullen back out there again, several laps down, unfortunately. But looking good back out there again, nonetheless. And looking through this field, as we've got 11 cars on the lead lap. And the last man on the lead lap right there, Hilton T. Young in an MPI machine, and 11th spot. And you got to go to Larry Reed, who was the first man 2 laps down. And then you take it to Zach right there, who is another one in 13th spot. Brandon Mullen, I was just mentioning ago, first guy 3 laps down. And as we're just fanning through this field here, John, just looking at all these, and somebody asked me about Robert. There's Robert running around. He's looking very good in his DeWalt machine. He went from the Dollar General machine to the DeWalt machine. I guess he got tired of selling dollar parts, and now he's wanting to just go and fix some stuff with some DeWalt tools.
I know some people are think a different sponsor is going to help them. I'm kind of like that. If one doesn't work, I'll go to something else. But got a battle up front here as the 13 goes to the inside of the 28 of Brian Johnson. Cedric Hunter's been turning down some good lap times here. He's been faster than the leader, but unfortunately right now he's trapped on that inside. We'll see if he can make it work.
Absolutely. They're door to door as they come off the turn there. As we've seen, and that outside we think would be the better spot to be, but we've seen the inside work nonetheless. And right now, Cedric Hunter's going to try to make that inside work and bring that machine to the front. He's only led 2 laps tonight. He started 4th and is currently sitting in 2nd. He is right there on the back deck lid of that number 28 machine of Byron Johnson, which is the Mountain Dew machine. And that's so you got Discount Tire versus Mountain Dew. I don't know which one I'd rather have. You kind of maybe have a Mountain Dew if you have a flat tire and waiting on from Discount Tire to get there. That would probably be the best way to look at it.
Yeah, we're going to see the 13 here is not going to have the exit, so the 28's going to be able to fight back. The 13 can make up some ground on him when he's got that exit, when he's behind him. But he's got to have the grip. He's really got to force the issue on the inside here. As we're seeing him do right here But if that 28 fights back and not give him the spot, he's not going to have the exit.
You're right there. The 28 powers back on the outside. And I tell you, that is a tremendous thing to do as you see what he's doing right there. But they are still locked together, man, like glue, and will not let go of each other. Now, the one thing that's doing is bringing that number 2 machine, Tyler Conroy, to the front, folks. He is definitely on a mission. If they keep battling door to door like that, you're going to see that number 2 machine slowly but surely sneak up into the picture, and he's not going to wait. He's going to go. We're at lap 105 or 133.
I can tell you, you got to notice this too about the 13 of Cedric Hunter is he's being methodical about what he's doing. Okay, he's getting up here now and he's pressuring for the lead again. When he realizes he can't get it, what does he do, Joe? He backs off. He sets himself up for another run at it.
Yep, you're right. He does. He'll back off. He'll set back. He'll lean back just a little bit because I think he is also aware that number 2 is gaining. He's feeling it out. I mean, true. 5 laps, 3 laps to go. You're going to stay locked up like harder than a sandwich up front. But right now, you mentioned it. You're going to feel it out. He's going on the inside, seeing if he can make it work. If he don't make it work, he's going to back off. The problem is every time he does that, now he sees the Mr. Rockstar there behind him is pulling up and is closing very fast.
He is, and Tyler's going to put the lap times down. Now he's going to catch him running side by side. As we see, he may have the exit here coming off. Man, that 28 got it right up and brushed the wall, so he did have the exit there. And the 13, Cedric Hunter, goes to the lead, and now the 2's taking the second spot away.
It is right there, the Mountain Dew machine. He nails the outside wall. I was about to say, whoa, what's up with Cedric? Oh, he's coming into the pits.
He's going to go ahead and pit now.
Yes, he is, and that might put it for the final time for him. He is maybe anticipating, folks, a long green flag run here that might set this thing up for a fuel mileage type of deal, or whoever pitted the last. So about to see, man, if that actually pays off. And what I was going to say before that is I thought he was going to use that lap down car to maybe pit Brian right there, as we see Brian coming into the pits.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, that was a very smart move on his part right now. There's only 9 cars on the lead lap. Okay, you've got 11th spot being 1 lap down. 12th place is 2 laps down. So any way you slice it right now, Cedric Hunter's going to have a good finish as long as he keeps the fenders on it. So that was a very smart move on his part to go ahead and pit now, because we probably are looking at a long green flag run here, as the 2 is probably going to be coming in pretty soon.
Absolutely, and I think he's coming in right now. Yep, sure is. As he is slowing that machine down, coming down pit road. We'll just follow him on down in here and watch his pit stop, as that's going to give it up to James Hackworth right there, the top spot. But we're going to watch Tyler here and see what he actually does. If I'm a betting man here, I'm going to say he's got to be 4 tires and full fuel and take it all the way to the end here.
Yeah, definitely will be 4 tires. You can't take any chances here with 30-some laps here. We've still got a long way to go. Given the lead up to these slower cars here, they are all going to have to pit, so it should cycle itself back around, and we're going to see that 13 be back up front.
Absolutely, right there. The number 2 machine got on pit road, got off pit road very good. So looked like a rock star on the track, looks like a rock star in pit road. Right now, definitely is feeling like a rock star, and he's hoping that that's what they play when he takes the victory here tonight, if he can get it done. It's not over with yet. It's lap 111 and 133. John, I tell you, these guys are tremendously putting on a heck of a race. I've loved every minute of it so far. I hope all the viewers have out there. And again, if I feel like I'm a little flumbled tonight, I put a whole new computer system together all day long, and I've been working diligently to get it done, and had a little rough start in the beginning there, and I do apologize for that, but it has been extremely good so far. I mean, these guys have put on a tremendous show from the green flag all the way, and hopefully all the way to the checker.
They've done a great job, as we see the 13 working his way back up to the front here. As long as we stay green, his strategy is going to work out for him pretty nicely, as long as he doesn't use his stuff up. We've got to see some other guys pit here. That 31 is going to have to come to pit road. The 23 and the 4 are going to have to pit. But if I had to guess, what they're banking on is hopefully a caution comes out and can completely jack up all the plans of this 13. Because the 13, if he's been running hard, is going to have no choice but to come down pit road and get some new tires.
Well, at this point, though, it really wouldn't matter because he's back on the lead lap.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the 13 doesn't want to see a caution. Is the point I was trying to make without being long-winded.
Oh, my bad. And that's why I was just thinking, like, well, his plan probably working pretty good because from the way I'm looking, he's probably going to cycle out to being the leader. But if a caution did come out, really, actually, I don't know. I mean, a lot of them, it would mess up their, it would probably mess up their pit strategy if a caution came out. Which is,
the strategy is they played into it right now.
Yep, there
if
you
a caution
go.
Came out, all that's out the window, and so you start fresh if a caution comes out. But what he's hoping for is to stay green the rest of the time. Maybe he didn't use his stuff up. He took it easy, knowing I'm going to cycle back through and be up front because he's going to have that 31 behind him there. The 28's going to be up there. They've gotten all these fast cars there. So he pitted several laps earlier than those guys. He doesn't want to use it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you don't want to see a caution here. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And coming to lap 115, we got a short stint here to the finish. So hopefully we don't see one, and we'll see if it can pay off for it.
Well, what do y'all think out there in the crowd? Do y'all want to see one? Because we know the drivers and what we're thinking. They don't want to see it. We know Robert definitely out there does not want to see it. And wanted to go to the end. And we know Cedric's probably out there crossing his fingers. Now, man, we ain't talked about here for a minute. Is the guy leading out there, Nick Crawford. He's got a 1.9 second lead. Has he pitted yet?
Trying to see what 30.1, his 30.7, so there's no way he's pitted yet.
That's what I'm thinking now. He might be the one that's praying for a caution right now.
Yeah, but unless something crazy happens, he's not going to get it. I mean, the only way it could benefit him would be to go in and get tires and be the only person to do so, and that's just not going to happen. If they see him go in, they're all going to go in behind him.
Absolutely. And I don't understand. Lynn out there just said Reed wants a caution. He's talking about Larry Reed, I'm supposed, by the only Reed I know out there.
Yeah, he's one lap down, so that would get him the lucky dog.
There you go. That's why. Yep. I just had to notice that. As soon as I looked, I noticed he's the first man lap down. Of course, he wants it. I'm just trying to think. You're more the statistician type of guy here. What's the play on the number 4 of why would he stay out this long?
He's just hoping for a caution. That's all he can do is just hold on and see what happens. Because by this far in the run, Joe, what's going to happen is if a caution does come out, all the cars on the lead lap, all these guys, especially in the top 8 or 9, they're going to come in and get tires because it's just the better thing to do. In this, if a caution were to come out right now, they're all going to come in and get tires. You'd be a fool to stay out on old tires. So what he's doing, he's running as much as he can, as many laps as possible. But he's got that 13 right behind him. He's going to get by him pretty easily here, unless the 4 really puts up a fight. But that 13 is going to get around him.
Yeah, it's just going to be a matter of time, and I don't see the 4 probably putting up that much of a fight here. And the 13 is just like a pit bull stalking prey. As you see him dive down on the inside. That's just good tires versus old tires, folks. And my next question is once he does come around, do you come into the pit now?
Unless he can make it all the way, which I don't think he can, unless he pitted at some other point that we missed. There's no way that he can make it when you had all the other guys in the lead coming to pit. So unless he's done something we're not aware of, once that leader catches you, now's the time to just go on and pit, because you got to look at it now as this is probably going to finish itself out. So unless he's cutting it off, unless he's doing something to save, which I've tried to go to him and find out, it doesn't seem like that's what's happening. But if he's doing something to save, maybe he can make it.
Yeah, I mean, Lynn out there is saying, I think the 4 might make it to the end. Like I said, we might have missed something on a pit stop with him. that would have put him off cycle. I mean, he's definitely going to lose ground to a lot of the other drivers out here. Very interesting strategy. I mean, I've seen guys do unique strategy, but right now he's got Byron Johnson and Tyler just coming on him like a freight train, and they're just, I mean, I hate to use the word, but they're going to go by him with ease. And
they are.
Yeah.
I'm riding along with him, and you can tell he's really letting out of it, staying out of it, even through the center of the turn. He's not even getting back into the throttle
way
until he comes off. So
I think he's going to try to make it the whole way, John. He's got 10 laps to go, so it might be something interesting to watch. I guess, what do you have to lose? You're probably only going to be what? If you make it all the way, you'll be in 10th? Maybe that's the thinking on it?
yeah, well, the problem is now he's stayed out so long, he has no choice but to stay out. So, the time to pit would have been, all right, the leader is going to catch me. There's been no caution. My strategy didn't play in my favor, and pit before that leader catches you. But now he made his bed, he's got to lay in it. So if they stay green here, then his strategy is not going to pay off. But there's no, faulting him for thinking we're going to have a caution, as they've had caution, come out here during the race. So good play on his part, hoping for one. But if one doesn't happen, it's going to be very unfortunate for him.
Well, Dre out here just said Nick has stretched fuel longer than I see most, and he may just make it. So it's going to be interesting to watch. And again, right now we got 10 cars on the lead lap. First man lap down is 11th place machine of Hilton T. Young. So unless he ran out of gas like now and had to tow that thing, it would be disastrous. But if he makes it all the way and even loses a lot of positions, he still come out here with 10th place. He might be playing the points game right now.
Well, that, and if the 31 and the 92 did not pit, seems like they're running about the same lap time. So maybe he knows, all right, I'm in a battle with these guys for position. But when it comes to saving, he's doing a better job than the two behind him, the 92 of Matthews and the 31 of Pendleton.
Right. Well, the Pendleton right now is moving in on him, and you see the 92 right there, right behind Rob Pendleton and the 31. And folks, as we're just getting down here, it's lap 127 of 133, and you see Rob Pendleton pull right up on it. See the lap times. I mean, Nick is running a 31.6 the last time. Rob ran a 31.2. Yeah, he's definitely taking it easy out there, trying to just stretch it. And I'm going to tell you, wow, maybe we need to go on a beach trip with Nick, because he definitely would save us a lot on fuel mileage.
Yeah, he might would. But I'm going to tell you what, that 13, what a great job by him and his strategy that he's played, as we're going to be coming to lap 129. He told these boys, you better bring your trapper keeper because I'm taking you to school. And he did so with his pitch strategy. It looks like it's going to pay off for him.
He did, that pitch strategy, because we were questioning that one, that he went too early, and it brought Byron and it brought Tyler down with him. Now we're looking at Nick here, who is holding off the 31. It's probably, a little shortcoming, but he's holding him off right now. So coming down to 3 laps to go. Sticking with this battle here between Rob and Nick here for the 5th spot. Actually for 4th place, excuse me. And they get together. They touched.
Yeah, 31 just went in there and he pushed a little bit. We'll see what happens here. Let's see what that 4 is going to do. Is he going to push it, or is he going to keep on his fuel save mode here?
Well, you got the 92 now on the outside of the 31. He almost got there. If you can make it, there's 3 laps to go. When do you actually pull the trigger and say, hey, look, might as well try. You got nothing to lose. But still good battle here again for 4th place. And 92 of Christopher Matthews in 5th, and up to Rob Pendleton. I don't know how those guys have been able to battle back. We've got Tyler here and Rob. They're still back in the top 5 again.
Yeah, it looks like the 4 is going to have to stick with his strategy of saving, so he must be very, very close and knows that he can't push it to fight for these positions here. And what he's hoping for is that this 31 and 92, if they didn't pit, and I don't think they did, that maybe they're going to push it a little too far. But we're on lap 131 here, so he better get to praying fast.
No doubt. Well, I tell you, Lynn out there in the chat says He says, I showed he was about 1 or 2 short, but I think he can save. So, it's going to be interesting. As we only got about 2 laps to go, I hate to go. I'll go real quick up front just to see what Cedric looks like. And actually, we got a heck of a battle going on for second place. So, man, I mean, Cedric right now is pulling away. We got a heck of a battle going on for second. We got Nick trying to hold on for everything he's worth. I mean, he is blowing fumes through that motor right now. And right now, Tyler's trying to hold on to second place for everything he's got. He's going, look, man, I got Rockstar drink up here. You got Mountain Dew. Which one of us gives us wings and flies higher? As we got the battle of the 2 soda machines going on up front.
Yeah, I believe the 28 of Brian Johnson. He's going to be happy with his finish and where he's at here. So just going to sit behind this 2 and take this 3rd.
Yeah, it is. They're coming out of here for the final time here. And Cedric Hunter's definitely got this one hooked up. The second place running here. Let's go back here. Nick Crawford, folks. Let me tell you what, as they come across, I mean, my hat's off to the winner tonight, Cedric Hunter. But my hat's off to the man that come out in 6th spot right there, Nick Crawford. That's a tremendous, tremendous fuel-saving machine right there. But nonetheless, our winner tonight right there, he had the best tires, the best company, and the best car. And he's got a Ford, by the way, and I like that. Amongst all these Chevrolets. I told Robert that one time, I said, man, you got a Chevy full field here at the Racing Freaks, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience. And that man burned him down because he deserved it. Heck of a pit strategy. Now, folks, I'm kind of in awe because me and John is sitting in the team speak, and it's we're kind of alone up here.
I was just getting ready to see if I can't send these guys a message and tell them to come into the team speak so that we can talk to them. Because the 13, when he went across for the win, was screaming and excited that he was going to get an interview finally.
Well, somebody message Robert through Facebook here, and man, Robert, where y'all at? We need to get the winner. We need the top 3. I'm curious I'd actually like to talk to Nick also. Just curious to see how in the world he saved that much fuel. So, yeah, I don't understand why they're not in TeamSpeak. They all kind of left us.
I don't know. This is the great part where I get to say I don't run anything around here except my mouth.
Oh no, I got all my permissions back, Tina. I talked to Robert. Robert and him was in here. Was a bunch of drivers before the race, and then next thing we know, they all disappeared. They all left and went into the iRacing chat. And the way we spectate, unfortunately, we're not able to talk to them. But actually I've got. There's Tyler Conroy. Okay, he's in here now. I'll tell you what. We'll get him down here. John, I'll let you interview him. Tyler Conroy, this is Joe White in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead, John.
Hey, Tyler, this is John Wimbish up here in the booth with Joe. Congratulations on your second place finish, bud. You ran hard all night there. I saw you get a little tied up with the 31 earlier on. Tell us what you were trying to do there, what your process was, what you wanted to do all night long.
Yeah, I want to say sorry to Rob. Me, Cedric, and Rob, we were pushing pretty hard on that restart. My goal on that restart was try to get up to the lead, save tires. I was doing a pretty good job of that all night. I came back a couple of times from in the pack, and I was just trying to get out there.
You did a great job. It looked like at the beginning of the runs, you weren't quite as fast as the other guys, but then a little bit later on, you started catching up with them. Was the inside line a little bit better for you? Did you start moving up a track and get some speed that way, or were you just trying to gauge what the other guys were doing and size them up a little bit?
All night, I didn't have short run speed all night. I don't know what it was. After 15, 20 laps, I was running people down like they were sitting still. So If it wasn't for Cedric pitting 3 laps earlier than me, I think I would have had him. I was starting to run him down at the end, and he just had enough.
Yeah, that was definitely unexpected. Him coming as early as he did. I was watching him and saw him shoot down pit road, and we were very surprised that he came that early. But you were on top of that, and smart move. Very next lap came right in. So, congratulations on your second place finish and a good run tonight. You got anybody you want to thank?
Just want to thank Robert for running this and you guys for broadcasting this every season. I hope to win one of these this week. This is my second place finish in a week or in a row. So we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, 10-4, buddy. You got nothing to be ashamed of, man. Finishing second as much as you do. It's a pleasure to watch you.
Hey, real quick, Tyler, I don't know if you're still in there. Is there any way you can shoot Robert a message and say maybe Cedric and them to jump up here in the team speak? As you can see, me and John's kind of in our ghost town here, wondering where all the drivers went on us.
Let me message. Cedric's still in here. Robert left, so let me send Cedric a message real quick.
Okay, cool. I appreciate it. Didn't mean to step on you there for a minute, John. I just want to see if we could get the winner and the other guy up in here, at least give him an interview. I know you said he was excited, and I saw Tyler jump in here. There's Cedric. Well, Cedric, what's going on? How you doing? Is Joe White up in the booth?
Oh, it feels good to win.
Well, nonetheless, you pulled it off, sir, tonight, and looked very good doing it. I mean, wow, that was a very impressive win that you to put on out there. And me and John up here in the booth was kind of questioning that pit strategy at first, that you went in so early.
The very last one?
Yes.
Oh, I had to. I saw that actually Rob went in, I think, a few laps before us, and I knew he was really good. Short run, long run, pretty much throughout the entire race. I knew I had to come in not too long after that, and then I realized also when I pitted, there's actually a few guys that stayed out. So I knew I just had to pass Rob, and the race was pretty much mine, and it worked out really well for us. So I'm really happy.
Well, I tell you what, congratulations. You brought that discount tire Ford to the front here in the winter at Las Vegas Speedway. John, I tell you, you got anything for this young man here? I know he's excited here to be able to bring that thing in a tremendous pit strategy there to hold off the field.
Cedric, you had a lot of speed all night, man. Watching you pretty much in the top 5 or 6 the whole night. Had a little incident there at the start of the race, but you fought your way back up through there. So what was your strategy there coming towards the end, knowing you're in the top 5 and trying to keep your eye on these guys? And did you go more for the top line, or keep it on the bottom? Where did you have more speed?
I honestly, throughout the race, I preferred the top line in 1 and 2, and then in 3 and 4 was the bottom. I noticed there's actually most of the field, or at least there was a few guys in 3 and 4 that actually were using the top line, and it was really hard to pass them. The car just gets so tight below them. But it wasn't too bad. Yeah, about that incident that happened at the beginning, that was unfortunate. What ended up actually happening is I was not really paying attention. I was just cycling through the chats on in the game, and I wasn't paying attention to my mirror, and I didn't actually realize he put his nose down there. So I apologize to him. Hopefully he doesn't take it too personal. But I cannot believe that we actually came back. Wow, I'm at a loss for words, so really excited.
Yeah, 10-4, buddy. You go back and watch this broadcast there, and you'll see how you got it, because you definitely had the speed and you were putting the laps down. And the good thing is, the way that you pitted there put you back through the cycle to take the lead back, and really nobody had much for you. So good job on your part there. Good call, and congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Also, Cedric, before you go, maybe it's just me and John, but we're not seeing anybody here in the team speak. Are you seeing anybody?
Yeah, I have about probably 15 guys in here.
Really?
It happened to us at the beginning of the week.
Okay.
Or it happened to Robert, I should say, yesterday, I believe. He left though and came back, and everything was fine. So.
Okay. Well, that explains it, John, why I'm not seeing anybody in here. We saw them here first, and now I'm not seeing a soul. Yeah. So, we did get to talk to the winner nonetheless. That is awesome. But
I told you he was screaming. He was ready. So that's a good thing
Absolutely.
we got to do that. So congratulations to him because that was a heck of a move there and a great race to watch with those guys up front.
Absolutely. Well, Cedric, my hat's off to you tonight. The winner at Las Vegas Speedway here for the Racing Freaks League. And I tell you, y'all were a bunch of racing freaks out there at times. So, congratulations. Let's get back down to your crew.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right. Well, I tell you what, John, that's a happy young man. And for some reason, yeah, I'm not showing anybody. So, we did get to interview him. But let's do a rundown here of the results for tonight. So far, your winner tonight, Cedric Hunter, bringing it home at Las Vegas Speedway. Tyler Conroy there in second, did all he could do to muster to try to get back there. Byron Johnson in third, Rob Pendleton in fourth, Christopher Matthews in fifth, Nick Crawford there, a tremendous fuel-saving strategy mode, rounded in sixth, Greg Holt in seventh, Sean Atkins in eighth, James Hacksworth Jr. in ninth, and Matt Cross rounds out the top 10.
And Hilton Young be the first car a lap down in 11th place. Larry Reed coming home in 12th place, 2 laps down. Zach Holstrand in 13th, 3 laps down. Brendan Mullen, 3 laps down in 14th. Dustin Josie in 15th. Robert Moyer had himself a little tough night there. Bad brakes. Coming home in 16th. Zach Hall, 17th. Mark Whitley ran up front for a while there and had some definite bad brakes there. 18th. Derek Paulson in the 24. Another car had a lot of speed. Had some bad things happen to him. 19th. And Jeff Gilmore in the 57 and finished out 20th.
All right, on 21st there, Bob Skinner bringing it home there. John Lembombard. Lembombard? Is that what we called him before?
La Bombard.
There you go, La Bombard in 22nd. Tom Splain right there in 23rd. James E. Burris in 24th. Eugene Wilkerson 25th. And John Jones rounds out the top 26. John, I tell you, I don't know. My hat's off to each and every one of these drivers here tonight as they put on a tremendous show for 133 laps. And, folks, it was awesome here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And that's what this track brings. Some exciting, great racing.
It does, and it puts your cars on top of each other. I mean, you can get spaced out over a run, but then you have an incident happen, and it's not a very self-cleaning track. So when you have an incident, it can take out a lot of good cars, and we saw that tonight. But these are good drivers, great caliber drivers here in this league, and they're always putting on a good show. But they got a lot to be proud of what they put on up front there in the top 10, 12 cars. Had some incidents happen, took out some fast cars, but racing, man, those things are going to happen.
Well, absolutely. Well, I tell you what, I don't know what to say. This is a Racing Freaks here, Sim Racing League, brought to you by Stock Car Racing Experience in Pocono, Pennsylvania. And, folks, it has been a tremendous race. So I'm Joe White up here in the OSR Network booth, and I'm accompanied by John T. Wimbish as always. So for all of us here, we hope you had a good time. We hope you enjoyed this race because it was exciting. Tune in for some more, and I hope everyone has a good night.
Have you ever wanted to drive a real race car on a famous NASCAR track? The staff at Stock Car Racing Experience will suit you up, teach you what you need to know, and put you behind the wheel of a 160-mile-per-hour stock car on NASCAR's famous Pocono Raceway.
That was great. I enjoyed it.
Unbelievable.
It's that unique, one-of-a-kind experience you'll never forget.
It was definitely worth it. The second time I did it, and I'm still shaking.
Call or register online at 877stockcar.com for a heart-pounding, once-in-a-lifetime experience. You won't forget it.